Hey there, so we're continuing with another beer from Nightmare Brewing, and this is Scaphism. So Nightmare Brewing produced one of the best triple IPAs I've had in quite a long time, and this is another big beer. So first off, Scaphism is a terrible way to die, apparently one of the worst in history. Pretty much what they do, the picture sort of shows it here, they put you in between two boats in the middle of water, they tie you up, and they lather you up with a bunch of milk and honey, and gorge you with it, and pretty much you are like rotted alive and eaten alive by vermin and all kinds of terrible things. I refuse to describe any more for you, but pretty much you just, it's one of the worst ways to die apparently. But anyway, to go with that theme, they have a morbid theme of this beer. This beer is a big beer. It is a 17% Imperial Stout brewed with sugar, milk sugar, honey, Tahitian vanilla, and cacao. So let's dig into this one. Non-barrel aged, and last time, the beer I immediately think of is Bozo beer from Evil's Wind, if you remember that one. That was like a 19% non-barrel aged flavor Imperial Stout. Just so few breweries are doing over 15% non-barrel aged, so absolutely exciting. Let's dig into it. First off, the beer poured out pitch black, literally oily black, and you can sort of see this is pretty much as dark as a head you'll get on a beer. Dark brown head. Get some of the carbonation sticking to the glass, some of the dark brown qualities of the beer sticking to the glass. Let's get the aroma. Oh, wow. That smells boozy, sweet. It has that signature kind of like dark fig plum note from something really big like this. Big sweetness, caramel, tons of like little bit of brownie quality, brownie batter, dark chocolate. It smells decadent, it smells sweet, it smells chewy. And when I pick up the nose on this one, I just imagine it being coating, and it's just the tasting notes that are familiar to me of beers this big. But yeah, 17% doesn't really smell boozy, it just smells like a big flavored Imperial Stout. Could range anywhere from 9 to 17% on the nose, yeah. But it does smell like it has a good amount of residual sweetness to it, even though sweetness is on the palate, not really on the nose. But cheers. And that is a big chewy beer. Oh wow, yeah. That has got to be the most drinkable 17% Imperial Stout I've ever had. And that includes barrel-aged ones. Wow, is that smooth. Did they mess up or something? This straight up tastes mouth coating, but not too sticky and chewy. Big beer, 11%. I would have guessed 11%. We're missing 16% amount of alcohol in this one. And I know it's not in a bad way. It's not that it's thin and light. As you wait more, there's some of that booziness on the back end and warms on its way down, but really, really well executed for 17%. That's ridiculous. Chewy, oily, lots of rich chocolate notes. The lactose and the honey are not overdriven. It's sweet and sticky up front, tons of coffee in the middle, which is what really surprised me. There's no coffee addition here, but the transitioning from the big sweet notes up front onto that roasty quality are really nice, really rich roast notes in the middle. It just tastes like coffee grounds. It has a fresh coffee note driving through. Not quite like coffee addition, but really just the roastiness of coffee. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to guess if there was coffee in here, but there isn't. So it just has that dominant of a note, but obviously doesn't smell or taste like a coffee stout, but has a substantial amount medium coffee flavor driving through. As I wait more, that cocoa bitterness, some of that sweetness lingers on, the vanilla, you get more of those kind of dark chocolate flavors lingering in here, a little bit desserty. I've decently warmed up, and so despite those flavors up front, after the mid palate, there is a little bit of spike of booze, but for 17%, it's actually pretty tame. So, I know I was guessing 11. Maybe with that spike of alcohol, I could have guessed this beer was 12 or 13%, thinking something as big as something like Even More Jesus or something like that, but I would never have guessed 17%. Absolutely super hidden, other than that, like just pure ethanol kind of flavor on the back end. But really well-executed beer. It has a little bit of sticky quality to it, but it honestly tastes a little less sticky and filled with residual sweetness, licking your lips kind of thing compared to something like Goose Island, Broome County. And this beer's bigger than that. It's just beautifully roasty. It's a little bit sweet here and there. I wouldn't be scared by the milk sugar and honey addition. Yeah, honestly, it almost tastes like there's coffee in here. Yeah, it's crazy. And the vanilla addition doesn't make it too sweet either. Really, this is just compounded by beautiful, rich, complex roast notes, and then those sweeter flavors sort of help balance the beer out, offering some sweetness up front, and you get a little bit of alcohol. This is absolutely insane. I'm just going on and on, but I mean, I don't know what I was going in expecting for something at 17%, but this just blows me away that, you know, again, nobody's brewing non-barrel aged Imperial Stout at 17%, and for it to be executed at this quality, it's just insane. It's just an absolute treat. I like the vanilla flavors. I like the roasted flavors, hints of dark fruit. There's just lingering complexities, and then the chewiness. I will say that I would not probably need this beer to be brewed 17% because there is that hit of alcohol. I would love this at like 13, you know. I love this at 13. You can make it even at 11, 13. That'd be absolutely fantastic. 17 is maybe a little bit too high, but the fact that this even is 17 just blows me away. Makes no sense to me. This beer for me is just a novelty, a shocker, so well executed. 98 out of 100. This is absolutely insane. This is Scaphism. The fact that he could brew a beer at this ABV and have it be this complex and drinkable is just unreal. Until next time, guys, cheers. Let me know what you think about these high ABV stouts. Post in the comments below what your highest ABV non-barrel aged stout is, because I doubt it's probably 17%. Until next time, guys, cheers. Later.